Don't heckle, shout things out, and stay off your phones, and please welcome Jacob Hatton!
My name's Jacob Hatton, no jawline, just vibes. Good to see you all, man. It's good to be here. It is insane that it is so full on the fucking first week of the year. Give yourself a huge round of applause. It's so nice. I mean, I've done 4 gigs this week. The maximum number of audience, collectively, you can fit into the first row of this. I fucking come here. You're amazing. It's so good to be here, man. It's Happy New Year. I'll introduce myself. I'm a big music fan. Are you a music fan, pal? Yeah? Right. I'm going to say this. I wasn't here in the first section. I assume there's context to this. Unless otherwise, there is the real Batman, but there's also there's just like a guy who's taken to following Batman. Just unmasking him. Like the Scottish Harvey Dent over there in the middle. It's him. You think it's Bruce Wayne, it's fucking this guy. Are you a music fan, Batman? Yeah? You know you got those songs, right, that remind you of like a specific time of your life? And maybe Batman, maybe you haven't heard them for a while, and then they come on the radio and you get that immediate sense of memory and nostalgia. You got songs like that? Yeah, me too, man. For me, that song, hands down, Happy Birthday. It's good. I know it's someone's birthday tonight. Thank you so much for reminding me. Spicy. I like it. I'm beyond Happy Birthday, right? My real favorite genre in music is UK garage, specifically like 90s and noughties UK garage. My favorite UK garage song is the song 21 Seconds by the artist So Solid Crew. It fucking bangs, it goes so hard. By the way, if you guys don't remember it, what happens in 21 Seconds is every member of So Solid Crew, they all come on stage and each of them has 21 seconds to chat all their best rhymes. And that sounds good. But when you start listening closer, like a closer listen, a deeper listen, it's actually a deeply tragic song. Because what happens is every member comes on stage, and then they realize they've only got 21 seconds to say what they've got to say, and all they can think about is the fact they've got 21 seconds to go. And then their time's done. Like Lisa Mafia, right? She comes on stage. She goes, I got 21 seconds, so pass the mic. I got 21 seconds, so I'll say what I got to say. I got 21 seconds, and then her time's done. You know, no one will ever know what Lisa Mafia had to say. Perhaps we never will. That's the tragedy of that situation. As an artist, right, I never want that happening to me. I got 8 more minutes. I'm going to fill it with gold. It's good, man. Happy New Year. I've already said this. You guys got New Year's resolutions? You got a New Year's resolution, pal? No, fuck that. He's like, nah. Don't set any expectations higher than they need to me. Batman, you got any resolutions? Yeah? Why don't you catch the fucking Joker? Fucking prick. You're a billionaire, man. You should be able to commit a bit more resource to that. I don't know, man. To be honest, fair play to you guys. So my resolution was I was going to do veganuary. You know, we go vegan for the month of January. What are we on the 8th? Okay, I failed it 4 days ago. I don't know, but for me, it's not the meat. For me, it's not the meat. It's the cheese. Have any of you ever tried vegan cheese? It doesn't matter what chemical concoction they can come up with. They'll never replace the nightmares, do you know what I mean? Like, you need that. No, you need that in your life. You eat a pound of mature cheddar before you go to bed. You know, you're going to wake up 4 hours later, sweating, screaming. You're like, oh no, I'm late for an exam, and I look down and I'm naked and my mum's here and there's a serial killer and now I'm falling. You eat a pound of Violife, the vegan cheese, before you go to bed. Completely different situation. You know, you wake up 4 hours later, dry as a bone. It's only you and Prince Andrew who are that dry in this world. You know? And you go, you know what? I aced that exam. And my mum's very proud of me. And I just don't think I can start my day with that level of smugness. Like, I deserve the chaos in my life. It's good to be here in Liverpool, man. Like, I know that I'm very, like, posh-coded to you guys. Like, I'm a posh kind of southern guy, and I want you all to know that's not true. Like, that's not true at all. Like, I actually attended one of the toughest grammar schools in Kent. Not physically tough, obviously, but academically, you had to be on your toes. It was a smart place. You had to be on your toes. Even with the bullies, man, they were very smart, but smart in like evil in an intellectual way. Like, I'll give you an example, right? About 4 years ago, right, we had a school reunion, and I had a friend at school, and his nickname was Piss Yourself Chris. About 4 years ago, he came to the reunion, and we were all like, "Hey, piss yourself, Chris! You're here!" And he said, "You know what, man? You can't call me that anymore. You can't call me Piss Yourself Chris anymore. You can't call me that anymore. Like, I'm a different person. I'm a different person. I've grown up. I've got a job. I have a Volvo. I have a child. I'm not Piss Yourself Chris." And quick as a flash, the bullies were like, "I can't lie, it was me." Well, like, that depends how you consider the concept of time. Do you think that time is a series of linear events that happen one after the other after the other? In which case, yeah, maybe. Maybe you're not Piss Yourself Chris. But remember, physics, there's a B theory of time. And that theory suggests that everything that ever has happened and everything that ever will happen is all happening at once. And time is merely our ape brain's ability to perceive things one after the other, in which case, not only are you and will you always be Piss Yourself Chris, but you're pissing yourself right now and forever. Good. Despite that kind of I'm not too bad at confrontation though. Like, despite being kind of posh, I'm not too bad at. I actually used to live in Liverpool, man. Like, I lived here for a few years. I presume there's quite a lot of Liverpool people in this room, so I'll tell you where I lived. I lived above Worlds Apart comic book store, and opposite what was at that time a strip club called X and the City. And as I noticed now, is now a Lidl. That is the only time a large Lidl has been placed in an area, and I thought, this is an area on the up. So I was what I used to be able to do is, like, basically lots of people used to sell drugs behind my flat, right? It is what it is, man. Like, but yeah, the guy's going, woo, he was one of them. Actually, I asked him here tonight. Hi, killer with an A. It's good to see you going off to your coke was shit. So they used to sell drugs behind my flat. That's fine, not a problem. They made loads of noise at night. It disturbed me and my girlfriend. Sometimes I'd tell them to be quiet, whatever, right? And then one day, someone called the police on them. And because we speak to them, they kind of assumed it was us. And so my girlfriend was walking past, and they said, "Hey, if you ever call the police on us again, we'll wet you up." I had to look that up. So it was a hot summer, man. I was like, water pistols, whatever, man. It's cool. Got at the front to spill a drink. She's wetting me up right now. It means stabbing. Batman, where were you? I was like, cool. And this is going to happen in every man's life. Like, I had to go downstairs and be like, "Can you not threaten to murder my wife? You know, can you not? No, can you not? I think it's impolite. Don't threaten to murder my." And in the end, like, I got talking to them. You know the vibes with these gangs, right? There's the children that, like, sell the drugs, and then there's the kind of, like, adults around the corner, the real wrong'uns who hang out in the bimmer, like, around the corner. So I went into one of their cars. It was Killer's, Killer with an A. Don't spell it incorrectly. And we had a chat, and we got on really, really well. And at the end, yeah, he kind of looked at me and he said, "That's cool, yeah? Well, Killer, he runs this whole block, and we're cool. So if you ever need anything, if you've never eaten anything from me, yeah, just give me a shout." And I, because I'm middle class, just out of politeness, was like, "Yeah, and if you ever need anything from me, just give me a shout." And he just looked me in the eye and was like what? And I was like, "Dunno. Admin?" So anyway, I'm in the drugs trade now, like not the front end, not the sales end, but their website is it's unreal. So the back end is Anyway, I think I have to go now, so I'm just going to leave you with this, right? Like, I get imposter syndrome when I'm doing stand-up comedy. Like, what that means is whatever you're doing, like, even if you're doing it unbelievably well, like me tonight, it's like it's that feeling that that's not the real you. Because the real you, that can't be you. The real you just sucks. It's horrible, you know, like a little worm, you know. And sometimes I get so nervous before I come on stage, I'm worried that you all know that. And afterwards, you'll come out and you're going to go, like, get me. And if you don't understand what that feels like, I'll explain it like this. Do you remember in year 9, right, how every now and again a PE teacher will come and give a substitute geography lesson in full tracksuit? Yeah, he gives it his best shot, but you can see the fear in his eyes. All the swatty kids in the front row with their inhalers like, "Ah, sir, now the hunter has become the hunted." Thank you very much. You can find me on Instagram. All that. See you in a bit.
Jacob Hyde, everybody!